Hare Krishna. Question: can devotees accept glorification, praises, appreciation, or being a devotee, one must deny those things, considering they are against being humble? Before we address this question, let's first level set our understanding on few terms that we very often hear, we very often use among devotee community. They are ego and ahankara. We know that we heard and learned that we should not have ahankara, no ego. That is not good for anyone, and especially not good for devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness. So let's understand these terms first. Ego. As per the English dictionary, the I or self of any person is said to be ego. A person who is able to think, feel, and will, and that person distinguishing himself from the self of others and from other objects of its thought. For example, I see a mango, a ripened mango. I understand that it is a mango. Then my thought changes into a feeling of wanting to touch it and taste it, and I willing to do something to attain that mango. So the thinking, feeling, and willing of that person is the I, and that I is different from that object of the thought, in this case mango. So I am different from mango, and I think, I feel, and I will. So that I is ego. Ego, that which represents I. Now there are other two terms in English in relation to ego. One is egotism and egoism. Egotism is having a boastfulness, that is to speak with exaggeration and excessive pride, especially about oneself. That is egotism. Egoism, the dictionary says, the habit of valuing everything only in reference to one's personal interest. That is selfishness, self-centered, only concerned about oneself, no one else. This is the general and common understanding about ego. Thinking oneself great, thinking one can do anything and everything, thinking oneself to be the most important person, thinking oneself to be under the limelight, thinking one should be always respected by others, thinking that if I am not there, nothing will happen. Everything is happening because of my presence, because of my contribution. I know better. I know everything. I know how to handle things. I am best. No one can match me. Everyone else are fool number one. If I had to speak, I would have done a better job. If I had to sing the kirtan, I could have done a better job, because I am very good in these things. In Sanskrit, it is known as ahankara, which actually refers to one who has dehatma buddhi, thinking oneself to be the body, or atma to be the body, living for the body, not for the soul. That's a basic and general understanding about egoism, ego, or ahankara. But this ahankara is classified into two. One is good ego or good ahankara, or bad ahankara. Let's understand about the bad ahankara. It is nothing but influenced by rajoguna and tamoguna. Being oneself proud about their body, their appearance, proud about their education, proud about their wealth, proud about their caste, thinking how good I am to look, how knowledgeable I am, how wealthy I am, and I am from a high-class family. Everything related to being self-centered about body and self. Krishna addresses these people in the 16th chapter. Idamadhya maya labdam imam prapsi manoratham. idam astidam api me bhavishyati punardhanam. Aso maya hata shatrur hanishye chaparan api. Ishwaroham ahambohi siddhoham balavan sukhi. Adhyo abhijanavanasmi konyosti sadrisho maya. So much wealth I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him. And my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifice. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. This is how those people who have ahankara, rajasa tamasa ahankara, behaves, speaks, and think. And they love to be glorified, praised, and appreciated. If we fail to appreciate them, call out their name for their service or anything that they did, they go mad. Dhambo dharpo abhimanascha krodha parushyameva ajnanam chapi jatasya partha sampadam asurim. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, and that's all because of rajasa tamasa ahankara. In other words, bad ego. Now let's understand what is good ahankara, good ego, which is nothing but sattvika ahankara. When the glorification praises are based on the relationship with the Lord and Lord's property, then it is said to be sattvika ahankara. Both are demoniac and divine as ego, as ahankara. The ahankara of demoniac are rajasic and tamasic, whereas the ahankara of divine natured are sattvika ahankara. Because that person who has sattvika ahankara thinks that I am being a good person because of Lord's grace. I am being a good devotee because of Lord's mercy. Therefore, when such person is being praised, it is not that he is taking the credit, but he is acknowledging the credit of the mercy that he got from Guru and Krishna. People see me as a good person and they appreciate me. People see me as a good devotee with good character and appreciate me. My good behavior, good nature, character, devotion, knowledge is everything, is a bhiksha given to me by the Lord. If I deny that appreciation, glorification, praises, then I am giving a signal to them that I am not a good devotee, I am not a good person, I am not of good character. By saying so, actually I am conveying the message to them that I don't have the grace of Guru and Krishna, or their grace has no effect on me. In other words, their power, their Shakti has no use on me. We can easily understand this through an historic event that took place during the period of Sripad Ramanujacharya. There was a great personality, a great Vaishnava by name Mbhar. He was first cousin of Sripad Ramanujacharya. Very devoted to Guru and Krishna, very knowledgeable, a great Vaishnava. One day, some people around him were appreciating Mbhar and glorifying him, and Mbhar was there joyfully and happily accepted all the glorification, and even he acknowledged yes to all that they said. He agreed that he was good, he agreed he has good Shastra Jnana, he agreed that he is a good devotee, and also he agreed he is a very surrendered soul to Guru and Krishna. He accepted without hesitation, very happily, with smiling face. After this incident happened, Sripad Ramanujacharya called Embar on his side and spoke in a soft voice, saying, "Being a Vaishnava, you are not supposed to be like this. As devotees, we are supposed to not take glorification, praise, appreciation. We must be humble. Humility is a key to kingdom of God. But you were happily accepting and enjoying the praise and glories given to you. How can you do that? It's not a good thing. Gradually that will lead you to pride and arrogance due to this ahankara." Hearing this, with folded hands in front of Sripad Ramanujacharya, Embar spoke, "My dear master, how can that be arrogance? How can that be pride? It is not. But it is certainly ahankara, as you said. I agree to that. But this ahankara is sattvika ahankara, not rajasa or tamasa ahankara. Therefore, sattvika ahankara is accepted." Sripad Ramanujacharya was waiting for further explanation from Embar. Embar continued, "Because I have several times, at several occasions, told in public whatever I am now, whatever little knowledge that I have, whatever little devotion that I have, it's all because of your mercy, my dear master. All these people are praising me on those bases, and if I reject and deny their praise and glorification, then I am saying them that I don't have bhakti, I don't have jnana, I don't have your mercy. Or it can also lead to a misunderstanding that you do not have Shakti to make me knowledgeable, to make me a devotee. And how can that be true, my dear master? How can I say no to those glorifications, which is actually of yours? If I don't agree to their praises, actually I'm bringing down your glories. Whatever good things that people think that I have is all yours, your mercy. In that mood, I joyfully accept the praises, appreciation and glorification, which is of sattvika ahankara, true ego, good ego, because I belong to you. I am not independent." Let's see another incident from Ramayana. When Lord Rama returned back to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile, Bharata, his devoted brother, submitted the kingdom to Lord Rama. At the time, he said, "Bhavatas tejasa sarvam kritam dasagunam maya." My dear brother, I made the treasury 10 times bigger than what it was when you left, by your mercy. Bhavatas tejasa sarvam kritam dasagunam maya. Here also Bharata shows sattvika ahankara, that he made the entire treasury into 10 times bigger, but he made it by the grace of Lord Rama, not by himself. So he was self-praising himself in one sense, but actually that praise goes to Lord Rama, not to him. This is a second example of sattvika ahankara. Let's also see mamakara. As devotees, we are not supposed to say this belongs to me, because we know everything belongs to Krishna, nothing is ours. But again in Ramayana, when King Janaka introduces his dear daughter Sita to Rama, he says, "Iyam Sita mama sutta sagadharma charitava." O Rama, here is Sita, my daughter. Iyam Sita mama sutta. Janaka Maharaj is completely free of ahankara and mamakara. But here he shows ahankara and mamakara. Mine, I, my daughter. That is because the quality of Sita, our nature, makes even those who doesn't have ahankara and mamakara to become ahankari and mamakari. Therefore, this ahankara is also satvika ahankara. And mamakara, that Sita belongs to him, my daughter, is also accepted under satvika. As we mentioned earlier, if we don't have the responsibility of this is my service, I got to get it done, this is my duty, I got to do it, if that nature, that thought is not there, then nothing will happen. But when one does that, one has to understand that this is all belongs to Krishna, and I am doing this to please Krishna, and the ability for me to do this is also because of Krishna's grace. So we saw 3 incidents from the scriptures. Embar, who accepted the praises from others, but with full awareness that it is Lord's mercy, not his own strength. Bharata speaks about his glories to his brother, accepting fully that is because of Lord's mercy. Janaka speaks great about his daughter because of the wonderful qualities of Mother Sita, which even bewilders such a great King Janaka to have ahankara and mamakara towards the Divine Mother. Therefore, whenever we say, Krishna is my Lord, this is my temple, this is my service, all these falls under satvika ahankara, provided that does not raise to arrogant nature. If we don't have this satvika ahankara, then we will become complacent, we will become lazy, we will become careless in whatever we do. We will assume that someone will take care of that service. I don't need to worry about that because nothing is mine. I am not the doer, I am not the proprietor. Sometimes we, as devotees, practicing devotees, get into this Trivida Tyaga mode in a wrong way, that I am not the doer, I am not the owner of it, I do not expect anything, therefore I don't do any service. That is the wrong way of applying the Trivida Tyaga. That falls actually into Rajasa and Tamasa Ahankara, not Satvika Ahankara. So to conclude, one can accept the glorification with or in the mode of Satvika by showing our gratitude to those from whom we gained the knowledge, the bhakti, or anything for that matter, and pass on those glorification, praises and appreciation to Guru and Krishna and to whomever we gained that from. If we hold on to the glorification and praises, then that will turn into Rajasa and Tamasa Ahankara and leads to pride and arrogance. As practicing devotees, we must be very careful to know the line, the thin line between Satvika Ahankara and Rajasa Tamasa Ahankara. Else we will get or fall into the trap of Ahankara, which is not Satvika. One last time, good ego or Satvika Ahankara is accepting the praises on behalf of our Guru and Krishna, whereas Rajasa Tamas Ahankara is accepting the praises to ourselves, thinking we fit to be praised. That is why it is said that praise means death. If not understood and accepted properly, it will kill our consciousness and bring us down. We will fall down. Thank you. Hare Krishna.